Hello, good evening. This is Sunday with The Secret, and today we are going to talk one decision that can make change in the whole of your life. So, before we go, I just wanted to say welcome into this live show, and I'm so grateful you're here. Let us be here to inspire, educate, and encourage one another. And before we go, I have a song that I just wrote, and I want to play it. Let's have this music.
Yeah, wake up early, same old grind. Check come in, don't same time. Bills in the pile on the table. Smile at my kids on the Mabel. Clock in, clock out. Head down, burnt out. Boss talk big, can't hear it. Dreams in the back of my spirit. I'm tired of counting every cent. Tired of praying that the checks well spent. What's hustle mean if I'm never at home? What's providing if I do it alone? That's why I started building something new. Yeah. And all I think I can run from anywhere. Not just another job, I'm chasing truth. A path to freedom I can finally get. More time, more choices in my day. Turn long nights into brighter pay.
Yes, so welcome into the Secret Show. And today we're going to talk about real life scenarios, being authentic to our own self. And that's how we can be successful or become successful or change our lives if we become more authentic to ourselves, real to our own thoughts, real to the real situation that is happening right now, and real to our everyday life. So, one decision that really changed my life was the decision that I needed change. The decision that I say to myself needed a change, not to someone. I didn't say it to my husband. I didn't say it because it won't make any change if I say it to someone else. But I didn't speak it more loud as myself more over and over again. That decision came up when I was tired. I was already tired of what I was going through, and I did not like it. I did not like the situation I was in, and I did not like to continue like that. I desired a change. But how does that change will come? If I speak about it, if I talk to someone about it, it won't change anything. I realized talking to myself would be the best situation. And also, I learned this through many of inspirational speakers. They said they started talking to themselves. That was the moment they realized change. So I said, okay, let me try to talk to myself. So I started to be honest to myself with the situation I was in. Even now, being honest to myself with the situation I'm in right now. And this talk does not stop. It's not just a one day talk or 1 month talk. It is a continuous assessment of myself, continuous assessment of where is my life at this moment. Do I like the life I'm living right now? Yes, I'm so grateful. It doesn't take the fact that I'm so grateful for the far how God has brought me, but is it what I really want? Is it my destination? So those are some of the real questions I ask myself. And where do I want it to be? Financially, physically, in a health wise, in spiritually, career wise, where do I actually want to be? Those real questions I ask myself every single day. And those questions are my motivations to be doing what I really want to do those actions that can lead me to the change that I want. Because sometimes I ask myself, I just want the change. Just saying I want to change my life is not enough. Saying just I want to change my life and just desiring a change is not enough until you speak over and over to yourself until you're tired. There was someone who said that you can't change what your friend with. So if your friend you're happy with your current situation, maybe you don't need a change. But those people who are desperate, tired of what they're going through over and over again, moving like a circle, you can be able to speak to yourself, because it was from my own self that I came up with a decision. It was from my own self that I got the right decision. Because believe me, some people who have watched my videos over again, I have shared this over and over, how my journey of starting up an online business. I ask people, do you see me enough capable of doing this? Not one person told me that Sunday you can learn, you can do this. No. It was until I came back to my own self, and then I asked myself, what do I really want? Where am I right now? And where do I want to go? Those questions are the questions that really triggered me to desire more. Now the hunger for change grew over and over, grew more. And that pushed me to take action. And that pushed me over my fear. I had to overtake my fear, because fear was around me. Fear of what people will say about me. People will fear of what if I will fail, fear of what if I don't have the skill set, fear of so many uncertain things. But that desire, when I started speaking to myself where I was and the situation I was in, I was not happy about it. It pushed me beyond my fear. When I look back, I was able to see someone else, a version of me that is not the previous one, because the previous version of me was filled with fear, uncertainty, filled with doubt about myself, doubt about what I'm taking myself into. A lot of things that was covering me up, but that hunger for a change pushed me. That hunger for a change pushed me. And this brings me to most times when I talk about with people, most of the clients that wanted to start business, they're always afraid. And even I tell them I was afraid too. I was afraid. I was, fear will overtake you if your reason for a change is not strong enough. But if your reason for a change is stronger than the fear that you have, you'll forget the fear. You will realize that behind the fear lies the success that you desire. Behind the fear lies the lifestyle that you desire. And that was when I discovered that after I took control of my own self, my own thoughts, the fear flew away. You don't have to wait until the fear go away. The fear will get out when you take action, because the action will be the one to push the fear away. So I have been talking with so many people say, I'm afraid I don't have the skills, I'm afraid I am this and this. I said to them, I was there. But maybe your why is not strong enough, because I asked them, what is your why? Why do you want to change? Why do you want something different? Do you have a reason? And they say, yeah, I wanted to have more time with my family. I wanted to change my lifestyle. I'm working long hours. My health is now not well, and they needed change, but they are still afraid. I say, you're not yet ready, because until that fear gets out, until you're tired of that situation, you cannot make a change. You can't make that change. And that situation can never change if you have not taken that little small action. That was exactly what happened to me, knowing why I needed a change. Why do I need a change? But if I talk it to, maybe I want to change the lifestyle of my family is broad. I have my sibling, I have my family from my parents, I have my family that came out of me. So which family do I really want to change? And how does it really impact me as a person? Because until it touches me, my own blood, me, it is not strong enough. When I took to myself now, like I was working long hours, I was working far away from home, and I desire a change. I needed to have freedom. First of all, before I help other people, I need to be able to help myself. And that was the strongest point when I really got into myself, looked into myself, what I was going through, the situation I was in, and how I can be able to change that situation. I have the power within me. I have the strength. I have the permission. I don't need to ask someone else to change my life. I say, okay, why am I really wasting my own time? Many times we wasted our own time. I wasted my own time thinking about people. I wasted my own time, wanting people's approval. I wasted my own time until I came to that decision to know, why did I really want the change? Why do I need the change? Is it only about my children? Is it about the freedom I desire? Is it about the stress I get? Pressure in the morning, you see? That was something. And what does that cost to me? My health. You see, that those are some of the strong reasons, until it's reached to something that really threatens your life. You don't have, or maybe the life of your children, you don't have time with them, and you see that they are now, there's no connection between you and your children, and you wanted to instill some values that you're missing out because you don't have the time. Until that becomes a burden to you, you will not change it. Until it becomes like something that you must overcome, not need, but you must overcome. That was where I came from. And I think nobody will really take a change until that thing they wanted to change becomes strong enough in their own life. Until they are not wanting to entertain that situation again. I grew up in a very miserable lifestyle. I lost my parents when I was still very young, and grew up most of my life without them. And that was one of the painful things, that I never got their love. I never got ideas from them, but I did not want that to be the story for my children. There are some things that I can change, and there are some things I couldn't change, and I have just to let it go. So, coming from my background, seeing my background and where I came from, living in the refugee camp, in the places, there were moments where in the bush, there was no, just in the rain. It was a very difficult life. It's just like it has not happened. It looks like it never happened. If I share this to my children, they don't believe it. But that is something I wanted to rewrite. It doesn't matter who I know. It doesn't matter who is by my side. If I decide a change, that decision does not require someone else. It may require people along the way, but the core of that decision is me. The core of that decision for a change is me, my own self. And so do you. You desire a change. You desire to have the freedom. You desire the money. You see, you desire, but until that decision become the core, that you don't want to entertain it anymore. You just desire the change. You won't take any action to do, maybe even to try something new, because you see impossibilities. You see you will not be able to do it. And I tried that. It never helped me. I tried that for 1 year, I think more than a year, where I could see myself not enough. I saw myself, I couldn't do it. I saw myself incapable. But that fire inside me for a change grew bigger and bigger and bigger every day. Believe me, last year is different from this year. Things change, and that desire for change is always changing, is always becoming bigger and bigger. And that was when I knew that only one decision that I can make can change everything. You don't need to know everyone. You don't need to know the best person that is successful to be successful. Just that one decision that you can make can change everything for you. And because that decision will birth the determination, that decision will birth the confidence. Even if you're not confident, you will be able to grow your muscles of confidence to bring out what you desire, to get the results, to get into the results that you desire. And the hunger to learn, those will be the recipes for the change that you desire. Until you reach that moment, you're not yet ready for change. And it's not bad, but how long are you going to stay in that? For how long are you going to continue with the same burden year in, year out? If you truly desire change, you just have to take action. Just take a step. It may look scary, it may look far away, it may look impossible. But what if you can be able to change or test your limits? Test your limits of fear. Test your limits of your insecurities. You cannot know how much you are afraid until you take action. The day I took action to really start my business online, that was the day I was shivering. I did not know what I was doing. I did research, yes, but the reality of it is totally different. Will I be able to do it? Am I enough? What will people say? Oh, my mind was just feeding me with all negative information that I was growing. The fear was growing in me bigger and bigger. But the desire for a change was even more stronger in me. So I took the action, even shivering. I took the action when I was afraid. I took the action when even I don't care what people will say, what people will think of me. I did not care. And even up to now, I don't care what people say, what people will because it's my life. It's about me. It's not about them. And it's also about your own life. So when you really desire a change, it's just that one decision. That one decision that you desire a change, that you desire a change in this area of your life, and knowing why you needed that change. The third thing is to believe the possibility that you can change your life. You know, believing in that is the next third thing. Believing in the change. Because if you don't believe in the change, there will be a lot of ups and downs. There are so many things you start, and it will become more difficult if you don't believe in the change, because there will be a lot of challenges along the way. There will be something you may not pick it at the same at one time. You didn't understand it well. There will be some moments where you'll be confused. There will be some moments where you don't trust yourself. But do you believe that change is possible? Do you believe that you can be able to change your own life? You don't need to wait for someone else. That is another strongest thing for us to really believe. For example, if you could be going back to school, do you believe in the studies that when you study, it will get you into the life that you want? Could be doing a business. If you do you believe that when you do that business, you'll be able to get you the results that you desire? That is one great thing, to believe in the system, believe in yourself, that change is possible, that you can trust yourself to learn so many things that you did not know. You can be able to learn it. You don't have to give pressure on yourself. You don't have to really not to be hard on yourself, but just to believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Keep moving. Never give up. You will only lose when you give up. But when you don't give up, you will never lose. However long it will take you, you will get there. You will get there. And that change is possible. It is possible. However big, crazy it looks like, it is possible. So that one decision can be able to make a very huge change. It could not be just your own life, not even your only family. It could be to your extended family. It could be to other people also that surrounds you. So change is possible. I believed in myself that my future is can be only different if I take action. And my future is not defined by my past, it's not defined by what I went through. My past only are stepping stones to see how far I came from. They are realities that I am on progress. They are realities that progress is possible with anyone. It doesn't matter who you know. It doesn't matter you even if you know how. You technical know how. The best thing with us in this generation is that now we are living in an information age where information is everywhere, and it just takes you to learn and apply what you have learned. So that small decision that you just taking it even when you are afraid, taking it even when you're unsure, taking it even when you're shivering, taking it when you're doubtful will push you to go and do research, will push you to go and ask more information, will push you to be hungry to learn new skills, push you to think positive to yourself, because if you take action already, there is no way that you think negative and you expect results. Thinking negative can never help in that way. Only destroys. It only destroys. So it is very, very important that we really be honest to ourselves with our current situation. What am I going through? What is it that I really don't like at this moment that I desire it to change? And what actually do I want to change in my life right now? What do I want to change? And after knowing what I want to change, and I have decided to take a decision, I have to believe that change is possible, that I can change. Even the characters that sometimes I procrastinate, not taking action in time, that I can be able to change. My fear, that I can change. You know, so many things about myself, whether within me or outside of me, I can believe that it can change. And it's not permanent in my life, it will change. Making small decisions every single day deciding to take action into that activity that can bring the change. When you have already made up your mind that, okay, I wanted to change, and this is what I want to change, and believing in the system or believing in yourself that, okay, I am going to make it. The next thing is to always make those small decisions, those small little tasks that will carry you to the big decision, to the big dream that you desire. And it's determined by those small little steps. Those little steps every single day you do. Maybe it could be researching, it could be just writing one page if you want to write a book, maybe just writing one page, maybe writing something that could also help you. And then the next thing is action. Taking action even when you're scared. Taking action even when you're not sure about yourself. Taking action when you don't know that what is going to be the next. Because that will push you to be able to ask for help, ask for questions from those ones who have gone ahead of you, research, and finding out things. Because talking about something and you don't change, it doesn't make any change until you are tired of the situations you're in and you really desire a true change. That is when you become realistic to your own self. And that happened to me. I became more realistic to myself, and now I don't care what people think. I ask myself those questions I asked myself before every single day. And that is my strength, to push myself every single day, do every small little task that will take me to that dream that I desire, that lifestyle that I desire, that lifestyle that I desire for myself and for my family. So I'm so thankful that I shared this. I hope this resonates with you. And if you're like me, who was, trusting other people, thinking what people will say about me, and not being confident about my own self, not trusting in myself, this could be a message for you to change, to try to change something. And if you truly wanted the change in your life, in whatever area of your life that you want to change is, there's nothing that will change that other than taking action, apart from taking action. So if you desire a change, the only recipe is taking action. And taking action does not want to wait until you're ready. I took action, I was not prepared enough, because you'll never be prepared. There's so many things mentally in our mind. We'll be thinking this, we'll be imagining this, and maybe sometimes in the real it's different scenario. So preparing your mindset and getting ready for the change that you want, preparing your thoughts, preparing everything around, that will only bring the change, and that will bring the determination. One action will give back to another. That decision will give back to your confidence, and from confidence will give back to the determination and consistency. All these things will come as you become so hungry for the change that you desire. You become so thirsty for the change that you desire, and that only comes when you decide to take action, to make that one single decision that you desire change. That was when it will come. So if that resonates with you, if you wanted to start something, maybe that thing could be an online business. I am offering a free training right now. I'm offering free training to those people who are tired of their situation, mostly mothers who are tired of the struggle in the morning, the pressure in the morning. There was one day I feel like flying, but I could not. The pressure was too much. I wish I could multiply my hands. I wish I could multiply myself so many times so I could be able to do so many tasks at the same time. But thank God that there is a possibility that that could not continue for a very long time. Now I work less hours. I work from 9 to 3, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that pressure is a little bit relieved. I am more relaxed in the morning. I now do things not in the pressure that I had before because I was even afraid about my health. It was really so bad. But thank God that things are getting shifted. Is shifting slowly but slowly. And the change you desire, you may want the change right away. It may not happen straight away. It may take a little time, but that hunger for change won't take you to give up if it is something that you really desire so badly. So if you have any question concerning the online business I'm offering right now, I have my website on the screen here. It's just on the running text www.sundaysdreamlife.com. That's where I'm offering a free 90 minutes training that explain how the business works. Hi Austin, how are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Yeah, I'm talking about online business, not about online business, but decision, everyday decision that anyone can make to change their own life. It's just taking one simple step. Let me know where you're let me know where you're streaming from. You're watching from YouTube. Those ones watching from Facebook and Instagram, you're welcome. And let me know if you have any question, type on the comment section if you have any question and I will get back to you. If you have any question about the business, if you have any question about what I talked about, let me know on the comment section and I will get back to you. Yes, as for now, I'll wait for like some few seconds or few minutes to wait for your question. I will play this music and then we'll close.
Up before the sunrise, eyes burning, same grind. Clock in, clock out, still stuck on the same line. Groceries on the table, Mac don't match the pay stub. Wishing every weekend didn't feel like a pay cut. Kids grow quick while I'm stuck in the traffic. Photos in my phone, more than moments I actually had with them. Smile for the boss. Inside I'm thinking, this can't be the limit. There's gotta be a different rhythm. That's why I started building something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And all the business I can run from anywhere. It's true. Not just another job.
Hi Maria, how are you?
Freedom, breathing lighter air, more time, more options, a life I can share, more lives at the table, more days in there. That's why I started building something new. A little scared, but I'm done staying stuck right here. Late nights, laptop, kids sleeping in the next room. Learning as I go, turning someday into too soon. Messed up, leveled up, every L became a lesson. Started trusting tiny steps, more than waiting on a blessing. Friends say it's risky.
That is start trusting small
Done
steps.
trading all my hours just to barely
Yes,
stay
guys,
afloat.
I just want to say thank you for being here. I just want to say thank you for your time. And those ones who'll be watching the replay, I just want to say thank you. God bless you and have a beautiful time. Bye. See you tomorrow.